Hi, I'm Chris, and of course, this is Patrick.
Hi.
Let's make what's over there? Excuse me, guys. If you would like to explain to the people what you'll be learning me today?
We'll be learning it's a major scale in 2 octaves. The difference here is that it's in a transferable position, meaning we can play it up and down the neck, whereas the scales we've learned before have only been in open position, meaning if we want to play them somewhere else we needed a capo.
Cool.
And also it's using all 4 fingers.
Which is difficult, I've got to say, it's very difficult.
And work out for your little finger.
Yeah, and of course, I say this every video, please subscribe to Patrick Reay. I will leave a description down below when I put this on YouTube. He's always looking for students, and more subscribers, please go and subscribe. He's a really good friend, and I appreciate what you've done. So thank you very much.
No worries.
And of course, as you guys know, I do quite a lot of Call of Duty games now, and as you guys know, my name's Spartan Assassin, and yes, I'm Chris. I might sound different by doing this than speaking on the mic, but I'm hoping you enjoy the 2 regions of me doing Call of Duty and doing playing while learning with Patrick Reay. If you leave a comment down below and let us know how I'm getting on, and I would very much appreciated. If you also can hit the bell button on the side, and so you know when I'm uploading, that'd be most appreciated. Yeah, that's how the people know, so they know it's uploading and stuff.
Good idea.
So if you can do that, that'd be much appreciated as well. I do try and put the guitar lessons up once a week with Patrick Reay. I do try, because one of your students always looked up me videos, which is quite appreciated. Thank you again. I've got 21 subscribers, which I'm quite pleased with. So, as Patrick says, this is something new and very difficult. It's the scale of finger picking, where I normally just use 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Where you've got to use 4 fingers, or 4 fingers pretty much.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, and you've got the baby finger. You've got to stretch it along as well. So it's quite difficult. And just let us know what you think and how I'm getting on, and that's very much appreciated, guys. So I will get on with the guitar lesson and keep it going. So it's 3.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it is difficult because in your mind, if you play guitar or starting to learn to play the guitar, in your mind, you're going
moving along
with the 2 fingers or the 1 finger, and where Patrick is saying, well, you need to use 4 fingers, because if you use 4 fingers, you can play like Patrick. If you don't mind playing how you play.
Yeah. Obviously you don't have to move your hands, so you can be a lot more fluid.
If I could do that, that'd be brilliant.
If we're not dealing with open strings, it means we can move it up and down the neck. Sometimes you have to do shifts, but generally you want to be using all 4 fingers, so it means our hand stays in this position and we're not jumping around, so it's a lot more fluid, and it should be that we can find the next fret note, or the next fret I should say, without jumping around. So if we learn, so for instance 2, 4 and then 1, 2, 4, if we move it up, we're still using the same fingers, so without kind of even knowing where we are, we can play a major scale. As long as we learn what note that is, which is a B, suddenly we can play the B major scale. Whereas in the past we had to learn, okay, it's B, and then what's the next note, So it's just a pattern where if you learn the finger positions and the patterns, you can move it up or down, and it'll always produce a major scale. It's useful for that.
It's also difficult because you said it took you 6 years just to learn.
Well, I'd played guitar before I discovered this, so
it's difficult once you learn, and it is very difficult, but of course it gets easier once you do it, of course.
Practice, yeah.
Oh, it's next one down then.
Yeah, you can start that, yeah. On the 6th. And try and use 2 and 4 for that bit. So your second finger there, and then your 4th finger there.
Difficult.
Yeah.
Because it's a stretch for your baby finger.
Yeah.
And if you can't, like, as you said before, recorded is, if you can't stretch your baby finger, just move it along.
You would push, because whatever the tendon or the muscle is, if you haven't used it before, that might be as much as you can stretch. So you've got to like physically push beyond that to get it to respond. And that's the only way. If you can't go there and say, oh, it doesn't move, then it won't move. So push it there, and then it'll learn. You can stretch the tendon out. But I mean, this is an exercise really to grow that strength and the stretch in it. So it's partly that you're learning it for, you know, being able to play with it, but you can also think of it as a good finger exercise. So you've got to be able to stretch and use your little finger to play the scale, but at the same time you're developing the ability to use that by playing the scale as well. So it's like a finger exercise and a useful note to use for soloing. Two, yeah.
Whoops. Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Just move your finger down. 2, and then that's it. Yeah.
It's difficult because you've got to get your mind around it as well. It's very challenging.
Because your hand hasn't done that before, it isn't used to the movement. So you just got to get it used, and then that's how you get to the point where you can do it without really fingering when your hand's used to the movement. At first, it's like you're used to using them 2 fingers, and this one just has a mind of its own almost. So you got to like force yourself to use it, and then you can just use it without thinking about it.
I don't know if when you first start learning this or playing this scale.
Yeah.
You used to do what I used to do.
I wouldn't have used my little thing.
Which is very difficult. I will say it's very difficult, and it does take time to learn scales, and of course play the guitar, like myself and other students you've got. It does take time to play the guitar, and
it doesn't come overnight.
No, it doesn't. And what you've done for our students is it's appreciating what you're doing, and you're giving your time.
Well, just the pay.
It's not. It doesn't matter if they pay you or not, Patrick. But you're still learning the students.
Yeah.
And they should be appreciated what you're giving your time to teach different kind of students. And me personally, a big thank you, because you've been learning me for a year. And I wouldn't, as I said on my Call of Duty game, I wouldn't think of you as a guitar teacher. I think you're a very good friend now, which I really appreciate, because we have been friends for a while now.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, that's for you.
Yeah.
And of course, me and you will be playing at the win, of course, which I'm excited for, which is in 6 months.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Which I'm looking forward to it. I've got a habit of doing that. You will realise when you go backwards.
Yeah.
You're going to think in your head play open, but you don't play open. You play it on the 5th fret.
Yeah.
On the 5th string. Which is difficult because me personally, I would just use the 2 fingers.
Yeah.
But you need to put in your mind that you need to use all 4 fingers.
It's kind of it's hard there because normally we would go that.
Yeah.
The reason why we have to learn from the little finger is that so we can move it up, because if we went there, then it sounds different if we were there. So I have to learn the formula so we can go. And it's always going to be the same, you know.
Second.
I was going to say as well is if you think of your guitar when you're doing this skill anyway, like there's nothing here and there's nothing there, so you can only go from your 1st finger to your 4th finger, or from the 2nd to the 5th fret, and then try and think of this finger almost lying flat, although we're not going to do that, but if that's flat, then on that bit, you know, where it's the notes are 3, 5, we don't want to move this because that's kind of, I'm going to say it's locked there.
So that's like a cap, basically.
Yeah, I think they're like a cap, well, yeah. So that means we'll have to use the 2 and 5. It's hard because if we play like this, we used to just move our hand to get the note we want.
Yeah.
Whereas now we're trying to move our finger, which in the long run means
it's a good thing.
It's you can be more fluid, yeah.
Fluid, yeah. Different things.
But yeah, if we can't get there, so we have to go from thinking move the hand to get the fret to moving the finger, and then it's also, if it's there, we don't want to waste time by using our 1st finger because then we've moved our hand, so it's just the 2nd finger. So try and think, that's where my fingers are, and that's, if it's that fret, that's where the thing I'm going to use. If it's that fret, that's where they'll lie.
Yeah.
And then eventually you'll be able to just do it like that.
Second.
Messed up. No, there. There's one extra note there before you come onto that string.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's alright. Just five. Five really. Or 4, 2 if you think in terms of fingers. Little thing you want to be on? And little finger again. First finger. That's it, yeah. Yeah. Okay, start the second finger. Yeah.
Quite difficult because without looking at the scale,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know where to start.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, and it's a challenge which I'll work on. I'll keep working on this. Oops. Verify connect. Oops. Look, little finger. Quite challenging. It's very challenging.
I'll show you confuse you more, but a good warm-up exercise. We can do it from the 2nd fret or the 1st fret, doesn't really matter, because you're using every finger. It's what's called a chromatic exercise. So if we do that from the 2nd fret, the idea is that, again, we're not moving the hand, and if you can, it might be a little bit of a stretch, keep the fingers on as you play the next one, and we'll just work on going down. So it's easier in the sense that you're not having to worry, is this 2, is it 3, 5, or is it 2, 4, 5, because it's just every one.
Yeah.
If you drop your thumb a little bit and then try and have it flat, yeah, you should open up your hand a bit more. That's it. Just take it slow. And then if you have to, move your hand a little bit.
It's easier on the smaller ones.
Yeah.
Because the bigger ones you get having more of a stretch.
Yeah, the thicker, so yeah, it takes more effort to push them down. I think it's if you think about it, if your hand's here, then your finger's just there, it's not much of a stretch, but by the time you get there, your hand has, your fingers have to physically stretch
Yeah.
more. So even if usually what I'd say is I'll start the exercise on the bottom string,
Right.
and even if you just go, that's how I usually begin the exercise. So drop the thumb a bit, that's it, and then try and keep your fingers down when you play the next one. That's it, because then you just peel them off when you're coming back down. Find as well as if your first finger, if you have that as close to that fret as possible, then it's less of a stretch to get your little finger there. If you're kind of here, then it's more of a stretch.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
So that's where it's like on the
just on the bar. Yeah. On the fret. That sounds good. So if you go there, so maybe if we just go.
backwards, yeah.
You can do it either, yeah.
Probably easier being doing forwards actually. Keep fingers down. Got a habit of lifting my fingers. I don't even remember to do that.
Stringy button. If you get there, then take your right hand and move your little finger out of it.
I don't know what that is. Sounds like a car. My mom. Stretch.
Yeah.
quite difficult.
Yeah. And what you find is if you say practice in 2 days, hopefully it'll be easier.
Yeah.
You know, and then just gradually get easier. It might take a week or whatever, but it should, if you push there and kind of stretch beyond your means, each time you should, practice, it should feel easier to do that, to the point where it's just, you don't have to physically move it anymore when it builds up that strength. But yeah, it's because it's the first time we've done it.
Yeah.
It'll feel like that. It's a bit like when you put on the new strings, they'll just go out of tune. You've got to keep on tuning them up, and then eventually they get used to being pulled that tight. Then gradually they move out, I guess. But
keep fingers on. See, when you're coming off the string, this baby finger, it's going back to the normal.
Well, it's just that I think it's a tendon anyway. It's think of it like a rubber band, like that. That's as much as it can go. So it contracts at that, and then what it'll do is you create little tears. So that by stretching it that way, when it repairs itself to be more flexible. That's how you get, it's just like doing the splits. You have to gradually do it over time. So that's all it is. It's not that I suppose some people are just more flexible, but if you want to know how someone can do that, it's because they've sat and done exactly what you've just done there. I was no different. I remember I couldn't stretch at all when I was doing it, and I couldn't use my little finger. Now, like I said, I've been playing 6 years really just playing like that. So then you use the little finger, and I'm like, oh well, I can already play, why do I need to use that?
Yeah.
And then once I got my head around it,
of course.
and then I can play it, much more better and fluid. So if we go back to the major scale, see if you find it easier using the then fingers. Just 2 for that. Oops, a little finger.
That's 2 in there.
Yeah.
Oops. 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 3, 5.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and probably keep your fingers on
Yeah, because if you go. If you just descended, it doesn't matter as much, but it's better getting in the habit, because when we start the solo with it, you go up and then you come down. You can do like pull-offs and stuff by keeping that finger there.
I can play like him one day. He's a good guy. He's a brilliant guitar teacher. Just stretching half hour. Oops. If anyone was wondering what the numbers were, the ones I'm looking at the minute,
Yeah, I think I'm going to put them on my website.
I'll put the link in the description. So the
top of it, yeah.
At the top of it. If you can, if they can read that. If you can't read that, I will read them out to you guys. So don't worry. The numbers are 35, 235, 245, 245, 35, 23, and it goes top, which is a 35. Then the next fret 235. Then the next fret 245, and the next fret 245, and then the next fret on that one is 35, and then the next fret, which is the bottom one, 2-3.
Yeah.
And if you just keep going over that and you will get used to it. I will put the link in the description for you, Patrick.
Yeah.
So they can.
Yeah, I'll try and put it up on. I don't know if you can share YouTube videos, probably not, but
I'll see if I can get share it on. If I can't, I'll definitely put a link in the description, because the time's nearly over for the guitar shit, which I wasn't. If you can go and subscribe again by Patrick.
Yeah.
And of course, it's always looking for students.
Always
looking for students. And learned before, and I'm still learning now. So it does take a while to learn every scale.
Yeah.
And every chord you can.
Chord, scales,
everything. And one day you get to play like Patrick. And people and bands out there. So of course, go and subscribe. I'll put a link in the description. And please put the like button and leave a comment and let us know how I'm getting on. So thank you, I'm Chris, and I'm Thank you.
Bye.